Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I just want to start off by saying Happy New Year. I hope that you guys are all having a great year so far. What are some of your New Year's resolution? For me, I feel like my #1 New Year's resolution is to upload more. So I would like to upload at least once a week. So that's my goal. What are some of your goals? Also, excuse my voice. I'm slowly getting over a sore throat. Like, I don't really know what it was. And my voice is finally coming back. So I wanted to film as soon as possible. And I also got this palette in the mail today. This is the new Morphe 24G Grand Glam eyeshadow palette. These eyeshadow pans are a lot bigger than your normal size eyeshadow. Here it is compared to the Jaclyn Hill palette. So as you can see, these are some pretty big eyeshadows. I also really love the colors in here. So as soon as I opened it this morning and I saw it, I was like, I need to film with it right away. This palette will be available on January 16th and it will retail for $29 in store and online. And unfortunately, I do not have a coupon code with Morphe. I should really look into getting a coupon code just so that you guys could get a discount. I'm also trying out the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundation. And this is probably not a good foundation to use in the winter time because my face just felt so dry. Like, I should have mixed it with an oil or something. I think if I mixed it with an oil, it probably would have been better. I feel like it suits my skin tone, even though it goes on like really green olive undertone. I feel like once it sets in and with like the powders and everything on top, it blends in with my skin pretty well. Today was my first time using that foundation, so don't mind if like I don't really know what I'm doing because I'm not familiar with that foundation. And you know, every foundation just applies differently. And then another product I want to talk about really quick is the new Artist Couture and Jackie Aina Diamond Glow Powder in the shade La Peach. I was so excited for this launch because I think that it's so pretty. It's what I have on. I know we're almost halfway into January, but I was debating if I should do my favorites of 2017. Let me know if you guys want to see that or any other videos you guys want to see. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Before I start doing my makeup, I'm going to apply the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, and I already applied my Honest Beauty Face Primer off camera. For my eyeshadow base, I'm using my MAC Prolongwear Concealer in the shade NC20. I like to apply it first with a brush, and here I'm using the Smashbox concealer brush, and then I like to go in with my Morphe Beauty Sponge and take off any excess and make sure that there's no streaks. And then to set my primer, I like to use the MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade C2. I'm adding some tape for a clean and sharp edge. The first color that I'm going to take from this palette is called Creamer. This color is perfect to use as a transition color, so that is what I'm doing here. I'm applying that to my crease and just all around the contours of my eyes. I really wanted to use this bright pink color. For some reason, it was just calling my name. So this color is called Glitz, and I'm applying that to the outer and inner corner of my lid. The next color I'm taking is called Brassy, and I'm gonna do the same thing, except I'm not gonna bring it up as high. You want to make sure you carefully pat on the color and make sure that it really sets in place before you start to blend. Now I'm just taking a clean blending brush and blending all of the colors together, making sure that there is a smooth transition. Lightly tapping into the color Baked, I'm slowly darkening the outer corner and the inner corner. Going back to this brush with no extra product, I'm just again blending all the colors together, making sure it is a smooth transition. On a flat concealer brush, I'm taking the color Glossy and applying that to the center. And I realized that these shimmer colors apply so much better if you just use your fingers. So I was using the brush and it wasn't working, so I switched to my fingers. And this color that I'm using is called Crystal. I'm applying it on top so that it gives it a little bit more dimension, and then I keep going back with the color Baked and darkening it, making sure that it's smooth. And then the last color I'm adding on top is the color Glazed, and again I'm doing this so that there's more dimension and just so it's prettier. And in case the dark colors have faded, I just go back and add a little bit, and I'm taking off the tape. Taking Sigma's gel liner in the color Stunningly Ladylike, I'm just lining my lash line to help hide the lash band. Applying a few quick coats of mascara. I'm not too crazy about mascara. And then I'm going to apply some falsies. These are superficial Cakeface lashes, and I always have to apply with a tweezer. Moving on to foundation, I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation in the shade 4.0, and this was my first time using it, so I just wasn't really sure how to apply it because it is a much thicker consistency than what I'm used to. And I realized that it's really olive, like it has a really olive undertone. As you can see, it's like, you know, greenish, and I was kind of freaking out, but I'm like, okay, you know what, that's just how foundation is sometimes, and thankfully it changed. So for concealer, I like to layer concealers, and the first concealer I'm using is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye in the shade Medium. I just like to apply that where I have the darkest areas, and then for all over and highlighting, I'm using the All Nighter Concealer by Urban Decay in the shade Light Warm. I just prefer to use a sponge versus a brush because I feel like a brush can be really harsh for underneath your eyes, so I love using a sponge for concealer. Now that the glue has dried for my lashes, I always make sure to go in and curl it, and then I'm gonna set my under eye, and then I don't really like to bake for a long time, so I usually just give it a few seconds and then I wipe it off. Now to line my eyes, I'm taking this Makeup Forever brown eyeliner and I'm tightening and adding a little bit to my waterline. I'm also smudging a little bit to my bottom lash line as well, but I'm only going halfway because with my eye shape, it's not the most complimenting if I go all the way. So I'm going back into the color Brassy and slowly smoking it out because I don't want it to get all over the place. So I'm just going in slowly, taking my time and smudging the color, and then I'm going back in with the color Baked and deepening that up. To highlight the inner corners of my eyes, I'm taking the color Glaze on a Sigma tiny detail brush. Now for my bronzer, I'm using the IT Cosmetics Sunshine in a Compact and my Smashbox Blush brush. And I like to just push in the color first before I start swiping because I do have a little bit of texture from my acne, so I don't like to just go ahead and swipe right away because my skin just isn't the same anymore. So with this Pure Cosmetics bronzer, I'm able to lightly swipe the color on since I already set that area with the first bronzer. Now for blush, I'm taking my favorite Dose of Colors Statemint Blush, and this was part of their Mint For You collection. I'm applying the color all over my cheeks with a Smashbox blush brush. As my highlight, I'm taking this new product from Artist Couture and Jackie Aina. This is the Le Peach Diamond Glow Powder, and I just love the way that it looks on my skin. I think that this will look great on any skin tone, and I think this would be a really pretty eyeshadow. To contour my nose, I'm going back in with the IT Cosmetics Sunshine in a Compact bronzer and this Luxie and JD Weighty 180 nose contouring brush. To set my face and blend all of the powders together, I'm taking the Morphe Prep and Set Spray, and this is such a fine mist. Like honestly, it doesn't even feel like you have anything on your face. I like to go in with a beauty sponge and press in the water. Now moving on to lips, I'm using the MAC Cosmetics Oak Lip Liner and lining my lips first. Then I'm taking the MAC Cosmetics and Nicki Minaj, the Pink Print lipstick, and applying that all over. Now to top it all off, I'm taking the MAC Cosmetics and Nicki Minaj lip gloss in the shade Nude. Alright, so this is the finished look. I hope that you guys found this helpful, and thank you so much for watching.